notice, and this is the typical copyright. We continue with mathematics syllabus for CSEC 2018 to 2027. Schedule of videos. So far, these first 3 sections have all been completed, total of 51 videos, and published on YouTube in their entirety. Please make good use of them. Section 4, measurement, has already been completed too, but only 5 of those have been published in their entirety on YouTube. We are now at section 5, statistics. This is the 4th of 17 videos, and we are definitely behind schedule. After that, we will do section 6, algebra, then section 7, relations, functions, and graphs, section 8, geometry and trigonometry, and section 9, vectors and matrices. We will definitely run behind schedule. Disclaimer: that schedule is just a projection which may or may not be fulfilled. As of now, it doesn't look like it will be fulfilled. Reminder again that I have divided section 1 into 33 videos, and as I just said, all of those are available on YouTube in their entirety, especially since this section forms the foundation on which the rest of the syllabus is based. So this section here, 33 videos. Please make sure you look at all of them and understand them well. Another reminder, you need to know the times tables 2 to 12. If you already know them, fine. If not, you will have to learn them, especially since calculators are not allowed in paper 1. As I just pointed out from section 2, all 12 videos have been posted on YouTube in their entirety. From section 3, all 6 of those videos have been posted on YouTube in their entirety. And from section 4, measurement, some of these have been published on YouTube in their entirety, as you could see here. And the others are only partially published. Before we go on, recall I said in the introductory video that you will need a good math textbook or a set of 2 to get more practice questions. CSEC recommends the following, shown at right here, these that you see here. From those, pay close attention to these 2 down here, which forms a 2-volume set. It's a very good set of math textbook that is quite adequate for the current CSEC math exam. This is a picture of volume 1, Mathematics, a complete course with CSEC questions by Raymond Tulsi. It's a picture of volume 1, and over here you have a picture of volume 2. Another disclaimer, I get no financial or other benefits from the sale of these books. Also, very recently, a website with AI interactivity has been made available free of cost that deals with past CSEC math questions only from paper 2. You can navigate by topics or years, where all questions for the past several years have been worked out for you. If you still have a question that you need explained, you can ask the AI assistant either by text or voice, and most likely that will be explained. This is the URL. On the next slide, I will show you what the home page looks like for this site. This is the home page here. You will first have to register, and subsequent to that, you would sign in. Again, this is the URL. I would include that URL in the description below, so it will be easy for you to get to this website by just clicking on the provided link. To refresh your memory, that this formula sheet is provided for the CSEC examination papers, math, of course. There will be a link in the description below from where this formula sheet can be downloaded. Of course, if you have the syllabus, it is in the syllabus. So this is the top part of that formula sheet, top part. And this is the below part of the same formula sheet. So you don't actually have to learn these formulae, but you do need to be aware of them, how to use them, and when to use them. So we are at statistics, section 5. This is a print screen, the first 5 objectives, and continuing with another print screen, another 5 objectives, take us to 10, and finally 4 more, which would give us 14 objectives. 14 objectives that make up section 5, statistics. I have divided those 14 objectives into 17 videos, as you could see here. So far, we have covered these first 3, and we are now here at objective 4, section 5. It is divided in 2 parts, an A part and a B part. So this objective 1 is published in its entirety, objective 2 only partially, objective 3 only partially. When I finish objective 4 here, this will also be published only partially. Note that section 5, statistics, is of particular interest, as you will have to make use of many of these concepts in your SBAs. Whether the SBA is physics or POB or accounts or social studies, first of all, you would have to collect data. Then you would have to analyze that data, often by using a graph, line graph, or other types of graphs, and then interpreting and extracting information from that graph. You also may have to do projection from the graph. So it's extremely crucial that you learn the concepts in this section on statistics. So as I said, we are here, objective 4. Continue here. Objective 5.4, construct statistical diagrams, and the explanatory notes are down here: pie charts, bar charts, line graphs, histograms with bars of equal width, and frequency polygons. So those are the 5 types of statistical diagrams that CSEC requires you to know under this objective. So in this video, we will just do this first part here, pie charts and bar charts. And in the next video, part B, we will do the other 3. So let's begin with pie chart. Recall from video 2, which was example 1, in that video, we had favorite foods, frequency, and tally in between here. But we said that we have passed this tallying stage. So actually, we will just deal with the foods and the frequency. Construct a pie chart from the information given in the table above, a pie chart. So firstly, you would add up the frequency to see what is the total. And in this case, we got 65. Then you would add a column and call it percent, and you would express each of these frequency as a percentage of the total. So this first one here is 20 out of 65. 20 out of 65, multiply by 100, and you get 31%. And the next one is 12 out of 65, multiply by 100, and you get 19%. So you're expressing these fractions as percentages, and so on. You would get 100%. Make sure you get 100. If you don't get 100, you would have to adjust a figure somewhere to make sure it is 100. Because sometimes when you work this out and you round it off, when you add here, you may get little more than 100. Now we add another column and we call that degrees. Now, since a circle is 360 degrees, and this first frequency here is 20 out of 65, that is the fraction. 20 out of 65, that's a fraction of 360. You work that out and you get 111 degrees. And you do the same thing for the next one. 12 out of 65 multiplied by 360, since a circle is 360 degrees, and you get 67 degrees. Do that for all of them. Make sure you have 360 degrees here when you add up all of these numbers to the side here. If not, you may have to adjust one or two of those numbers to make sure it is 360. So now we have type of food, frequency, percents, and degrees. To construct a pie chart, you must first have these two additional columns correctly filled in, the percents and the degrees. We will actually have to measure the degrees and we will have to write in the percents. So this is the preliminary work. Now we will actually construct the pie chart. So first of all, we will draw a circle, not too large and not too small, with one radius in any direction, preferably to the right. So that's the circle, and that's the radius. It's the first thing we will do after we have these two additional columns here. Next, secondly, we will place our protractor on that radius and measure off the first angle in one direction. You could go towards the top that way, or you could come down this way. I am going this way. So that's the protractor. We want 111 degrees. So measuring from here, 0, 10, 20, and so on. That's 100, that's 110. We mark a line here where 111 is, which is there. That's 111. So we know from this 0 down on the right here to that there, this angle here is 111 degrees. Then we will remove the protractor, draw that angle, and write in the details. We will remove the protractor. We'll draw the angle from that red mark to the center here. Remove that red mark, of course, and write in the details we have, which is rho t, 31%. This 20 is not actually required, but you could write it in if you so desire. What you do not write is the degrees here. The degrees here are not written in. Now we know it's 111 degrees, but it's never actually stated in the chart. If you find this video useful and interesting, please like and share. That is to say, like and share. You may also consider subscribing to this channel. So now that we have that first part, we will then place the protractor to continue with the next angle and repeat steps 2 and 3. You could go this way or you could go down this way, but since we start over on this side, let's continue to the left. Put the protractor there and we measure 67 degrees. Again, from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, and we put a mark here. that is 67 degrees. Of course, we will then remove the protractor, draw the angle from the center to that mark over here, remove the mark, and write in the details, which is pizza 19%. You can include 12 here in brackets if you like, but it's not necessary. So that's the second part of the pie chart.